Most of us check the AQI like we check the weather. If it says good or moderate, we say, hey, such clean air. But here's the problem. The air quality index doesn't tell you the full story. It's like judging a film based on the actor, or even worse, one actor from the whole cast. So, what you think is good air can actually be a slow killer, hiding behind numbers designed to make you feel safe. Trust me, I dug through lab reports, spoke to top doctors, and cross-checked government data. What I found in clean air would shock you. Hi, I'm Anmay, and this is Beyond AQI. And if you're tired of just hoping for the best about the air around you, this is the channel that calls out what most news can never explain. Air quality index is not what your phone says it is. There are 8 deadly pollutants playing hide and seek every single day. Some make you cough, some mess with your heart, a few go straight to your brain. And in the next 10 minutes, I'll walk you through each invisible villain, where it comes from, how it creeps into your body, and why a nice AQI might still be putting you at risk. Oh, and before we dive in, hit that subscribe button because हम हवा को हल्के में नहीं लेते हैं. We've all heard about PM in the news. Oh no, not the Prime Minister, but particulate matter in the context of air. It is a mixture of tiny solid particles and liquid droplets suspended into the air. So let's dive into the 8 invisible killers in the air. The first one being PM10. You see dust on your balcony? That's PM10. It's small, about the 10th of the width of your hair. It's present in dust from roads, construction, and even pollen. That's why, after sitting in traffic, your throat feels scratchy and you start coughing for no reason. Second is PM 2.5. बचपन में डीजल ट्रक का वो धुआं सूंघ के अच्छा लगता था? नहीं ना? That's PM 2.5, emitted by vehicles, factories, and even your kitchen chimneys. These particles go deeper, not just your lungs. They quietly slip into your blood, messing with your heart, causing strokes, and even affecting babies before they're born. तीसरा है हमारा ghost, PM 0.1. This one's almost sci-fi. It's so tiny, 100 times smaller than PM 2.5, it actually crosses into your brain. That walk you take beside a busy road, thinking fresh air, could make you more foggy than fresh. Studies link PM 0.1 to memory problems and worse. अच्छा, asthma का problem इतना common होता जा रहा है. But why? Because of our next villain in the story, which is nitrogen dioxide. This comes mostly from exhaust and power plants. You can't see it, but you'll know it, especially if you or your kid get asthma flares. फिर आता है sulfur dioxide. Coal in power plants, smelting in metal factories, and running diesel vehicles makes sulfur dioxide. It is basically like breathing sandpaper. Instant burning, heavy feeling in your chest, and that itch you get in your throat. Next is what I like to call a silent choker, carbon monoxide. No color, no smell. It's in exhaust pipes, old heaters, malfunctioning gas stoves. Carbon monoxide actually replaces the oxygen in your blood, meaning your organs get less air even though you feel nothing. That's why it's called the silent choker. Moving on, इसके बारे में तो आपको पक्का पता होगा, or at least सुना तो होगा ही. Ozone. Up in the sky, ozone protects us from the sun, but at ground level, it's made when sunlight mixes with car and factory fumes. When ozone builds up here, you get burns in your lungs, a tight chest, and then classic, I can't catch my breath feeling. चलो, ये सब तो शहर हाईवे वाली प्रॉब्लम्स हैं और आप सोच रहे होंगे कि लिविंग नियर फार्म्स वुड मीन फ्रेश एयर. वेल, नॉट ऑलवेज. यू विल फाइंड अमोनिया द फार्म स्पेशल. Ammonia comes from fertilizers, sewage, animal waste, etc. Move from green places hoping for fresh air. If there's heavy farming or old sewage systems, ammonia can hit your eyes, throats, and lungs. And it is especially tough for people who have respiratory conditions. Here's a quick fact. The AQI numbers you see every day on your smartphones only reflects the worst pollutants of the day. So even if all 8 pollutants are at dangerous levels, but one is slightly worse, only that one shows up in the AQI. It's like seeing only one villain in the entire gang and assuming the rest aren't dangerous. Yes, that's how bad the system is kind of built. Anyways, coming down to the next section on what happens inside your body. Honestly, it's pretty scary. Let's break it down. First comes the respiratory system, your nose and throat. Big particles get stuck here, that's why you sneeze or cough near dust. The troublemakers, PM 2.5, and all of those tiny gases don't stop. They're so small that they pass your natural defenses and land up inside your lungs. You don't feel a thing. Then comes the bloodstream. Once inside your lungs, some of this stuff actually slips into your blood. That means harmful gases and smoke from traffic, construction, and old factories end up traveling all over your body, not just in your lungs. And the final stage, organs. Once it's in the blood, these pollutants go everywhere. They trigger inflammation, blood clots, and can even cause heart attacks. Some even race to your brain. Strokes, memory problems, even dementia. Liver and kidneys, they're stuck filtering out poison until they start wearing out. Doctors in Delhi have found black deposits in young children's lungs, same lungs as lifelong smokers. But these kids have never picked up a cigarette. And if you're pregnant, the air doesn't stop at your lungs. Pollutants cross straight into the baby's world. That means more chances of miscarriage, babies born too soon, and sometimes problems with the heart or brain right from the start. And here's the bit nobody in the government wants to say out loud. This is all happening even when the AQI is labeled as good or moderate. Maybe Brian Johnson wasn't so wrong to walk out of Nikhil Kamat's podcast even when the AQI levels were hovering just near 100. Let's talk numbers for a second. In just one decade, air pollution has led to 38 lakh deaths in India. That's more than Kerala's entire population. A regular Indian loses about 5.3 years of life because of air pollution. In Delhi and across North India, people lose more than a decade. And the worst hit? Kids. Their lungs are still growing. They breathe 2 to 3 times faster than adults. So a child running around in a park for an hour actually inhales twice the amount of poison compared to a grown-up sitting on a bench. Alright, अब आप सोच रहे होंगे, what can you actually do to fight this? Let's cut to the chase. First, look beyond just the AQI colors like red and green and look for PM 2.5, PM 10, NO2 and ozone levels. Now, you must be thinking where to get this data from. Well, head to our Beyond AQI website, which gives you historic data of AQI with the exact breakdown of particles across top cities. The link to the website is pinned in the description box. So, if PM 2.5 is under 10, that's actually safe. If PM 2.5 is between 20 and 40, mask up and wear an N95 mask. You can also wear a portable air purifier like this one. Anything above 50 and you're better off staying indoors. Switch on an air purifier if you can. Already struggling with asthma, COPD or other respiratory problems? Be extra careful with the NO2 and ozone numbers. Not all masks are equal. Cloth masks don't block fine dust. So go for certified N95 or N99 masks. Air purifiers work best with HEPA filters. Keep them running in bedrooms and living spaces. Indoor plants like snake plants or peace lilies can help a little, but they're not a cure-all. And when you clean your home, do it with a wet mop. Sweeping dry just throws the dust back in the air. We've summarized the above into a tiny checklist. Screenshot this, save it onto your phone, and send it to your friends and family. Finally, don't get discouraged. Every small step that you take can help, whether it's what you check on your phone, how you clean your room, or if you swap your old habits for safer ones. Share this video with friends and family, especially if they have kids. Because at the end of the day, it is not just about living longer, it's about breathing a little better together, starting today. Stay with Beyond AQI, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.